Hey, so today we're going to be talking about Agno multi-agentic systems. So Agno is actually really, really nice. I got introduced to Agno last year. Before that, I was using Crew AI. And one of my friends, he was like, hey, Crew AI is old news, use Agno. And the reason why I kind of like Agno is because it's model agnostic in a way. Crew AI is the same way as well. But Agno, all you have to do is just pip install and you can immediately start building Agno. But Crew AI, at least last time I was aware of it, required that you create the project with Crew AI. It's almost like Next.js kind of, it scaffolds a bunch of stuff for you. But Agno is just easy peasy, just pip install and you're good to go. That's why I've loved Agno for a while and kind of why I used it for the longest time. So they created something new. I haven't read this in a while, so I'm just gonna read this for you. They have the Agent OS. It turns your agent into a production API you can deploy anywhere. So one of the benefits of the Agent OS, from what from what I knew before, is that whatever agent you have and using the agent OS, you could turn it into an MCP. Really, really easy. Just be like MCP true or something like that down there. Where is it? Uh, Here it's agent OS, right? And I forgot there's a place. Yeah, let's go here. Yeah, that's easily how you can enable it and make your agent OS into an MCP. Just say enable MCP server true. Boom. The agent you built is now an MCP. But today I'm just going to be showing you guys the way I built using Agno and Llama Cloud. I was able to build a RAG system with an agent. So I have the DFAR indexed and I have the FAR indexed. So if you know the DFAR and the FAR, if you're familiar with it, Federal Acquisition Regulation and the Defense Federal Acquisitions Regulations, I think service is the S. Um, if you are familiar with it, it's a large document. It's not a small document. So before I tried to index it by myself, using GraphRag, it cost a lot of money, it took a lot of time as well. But then I discovered Llama Cloud and I could easily just put it on Llama Cloud. And the service I'm using, I'm only paying $50 a month for it. So installing it in Llama Cloud, it makes it easy for you to be able to just, you know, be able to query it too. So here you can see I have a bunch of other stuff indexed. This was part of another project I worked on before, but yeah, just a bunch of them are indexed over here. And let's see. Okay. So with those indexed information, I was able to, I could just easily build it, have an API, and just call it, right? So let me show you a quick example of what an agent in Agno looks like. So on Agno, that is an agent, this right here. Easy, an agent, right? It's an agent that looks at Hacker News. It uses Hacker News as a context, and you could say, write a report on trending startups. And as long as you have the Claude API key already in the environment, you could immediately have your agent just give you this. So this is pretty easy, pretty smooth. That's how easy it is to build an AI agent in Agno. All right, so let me take you. Oh, real quick here. So when you're using Agno and you're building something and you're kind of confused, I would say use the Ask AI on Agno because that tool, it's it's indexed the whole Agno documentation and everything, and it could easily answer your questions. So back in the day, when I was having some problem with just like trying to find a proper way to build something in Agno, I can easily just go in here and ask Agno that question, and it will just parse through the information. See, I was working on this before. I said, can you access Llama Cloud with Agno AI agent, Agno agent, excuse me. And it gave me that information immediately. So, but the thing that it gave me here is just a snippet, right? It wasn't the full thing. So I still use that knowledge to help finish what I was building. Llama, if you notice here, it's funny. I think I'm talking about Meta as Llama uh, models, but that's not it. Okay, so let's go here. Okay, so before we started, before this, I was trying to build this specific one just for you all, for me to show you. And I called the project DOW, Department of War. Um, but this is just me building a quick Agno AI agent that has, the knowledge. The knowledge is now Llama Cloud, what I indexed on Llama Cloud. So whenever I ask it a question, it queries Llama Cloud for my index, puts it on a vector database, and then uses that to answer my question. If the information is not in the vector database, it will fetch it from the Llama Cloud. And it has Agno Teams. Agno Teams enables you to have multiple AI agents working together. So the team lead is managing multiple AI agents. And the model I use is OpenAI. Llama Cloud, Agno has this tool, reasoning, right? It makes it so easy for you. So it has like reasoning capabilities that already comes pre-built with Agno. And all you just have to do is import reasoning tools and you're good to go. Your agent can now reason through tasks that you gave it. So obviously, .env is for the environment. I'm not going to show you that one. Llama Cloud Services, Llama Index, that's for that. SQLit is for the agents on memory, right? So the memory is locally on the computer right here. You see that? That's where the memory is at for the agent. And I made it so the agent can remember 5 sessions previously. So if I ask it a question and I keep asking it, it's going to remember, it's going to have context of previous questions that I asked it. So it's just almost like ChatGPT, right? But like if you ask it, hey, what was the conversation we had previously? It's going to remember. Okay, cool. So this is requirement environment validation. I'm not going to show you my environment. These are not as important, but this is just basically the configuration for the agent to be able to fetch the information from Llama Cloud as an indexed documentation point. Llama Cloud is really, really good. Like if you want to build a RAG for your organization, Llama Cloud, they can properly index tables, image, large texts and stuff like that. So you just have to pay for it. Why do you have to suffer and try to create it yourself when you could just pay them for it, right? So that's what I did on here. And so I created the knowledge source for the AI agent to be able to get the information. So I created 2 agents and 1 team lead, right? The DFAR agent has a DFAR agent name, and the role it's playing is as a DFAR specialist with access to Defense Acquisition Regulation supplements. That's what the S was. The model that it's using is the GPT-4o model. The FAR agent, also the role that it's playing, the personality I gave it, is FAR specialist with access to Federal Acquisition Regulation. The documentation, the model it's using is the GPT-4o as well. And you can see in Agno, it makes a lot of stuff really, really easy, right? So in knowledge, we just added knowledge, FAR knowledge for that one, and it could just easily just fetch it. And this is where it's defined. So access to the index, this is the configurations, and that's immediately. So Agno knowledge, and now it knows that its knowledge source for this agent is here. So the agent doesn't have a web search capability. I didn't give it a web search capability. So, okay. All right. So this is the team agent. The team agent is called DOW Teams, Department of War Teams. And this is the reasoning tool. Add instruction true. Basically, it's using the Agnos inbuilt instructions to work on there. And the instructions I also gave it is you're an acquisition regulation expert coordinating DFARS and FAR specialists. DFAR supplements FAR for defense acquisitions. So that's what I gave it. And the responses are in Markdown. So this is just the script I wrote for the interactiveness of the model for the AI agent. So if I want to quit, I could press exit, quit, or just queue. Awesome. Okay, let's go and let's run this model real quick so you guys will see how cool it is. What is this? Drag. I'll find that one later. I don't want to open something I don't want to open at this time. Okay, so let's ask you, who are you? So it's thinking, it's using the thinking tool, and now it's responding to me. I am an AI-powered coordinator that oversees a team of specialists in acquisition regulation, specifically FAR, Defense Acquisition Regulations, and DFAR, uh, Federal Acquisition Regulation and Defense Federal Acquisition Regulation Supplement. So it tells you what its role is about and makes this a lot easier. So now, because it's interactive, I could ask it more question. For example, one of the benefits of having a specialized agent with just specialized knowledge source, and you don't have to use ChatGPT, is because when you ask ChatGPT, for example, MOU or MOA, MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, MOA, Memorandum of Agreement, right? When you ask ChatGPT that question, there's thousands and thousands of acronym that has a MOU or MOA, but this one automatically already knows because the only knowledge source it has and it knows is defense, right? So it can easily be like, oh, okay, this is what they're talking about, and from my knowledge source, this is what they're referring to. So you could just ask it, what is an MOU? And for organizations that have specialized documentation and specialized acronyms that they don't want, let me adjust my camera real quick. Specialized regulations and specialized document that they don't want out in the public, you could easily use this. So I ask it this question, it automatically knows MOU is Memorandum of Understanding. Let me ask it, how about MOA? Again, it automatically knows Memorandum of Agreement, and it could just answer you immediately. So this is why I love Agno, because of how easy it is to build an AI agent with Agno and how just really, really simple it is. So continuing in the YouTube channel, I'm going to be just going through this and just diving deeper into Agno's capabilities. We're also going to dive into LiveKit's capabilities, and we're gonna try to build systems, right? Because this is a ultimate live systems channel, right? We're just not gonna become the ultimate AI system channel or whatever. But I want to just get to know this tool really well and then build agentic systems that have multiple agents with specialized knowledge doing specialized tasks and not a general know-it-all AI agents, and try to build agentic systems that are going to be really, really awesome and easy to implement. So I don't like friction. I like to simplify things, simplify chaos. So by learning more about this tool, using it more and showing you what type of capability it has, I'm also learning it because it's forcing me to be able to teach you. So before before I could make this video, I was working on this for like an hour or two, 2 to 3 hours, basically. Well, not 2 to 3 hours. How much? Basically about slightly over 2 hours. I was working on this. So it's really, really awesome. But I'm just gonna end the video here, and the next video I'm gonna dive deeper into this, right? And as we work on this, so remember this project is called DWU. As we work on this, we're gonna get to learn a little bit more about how to build with Agno. Okay? Peace and love. Thank you very much, and see y'all next time.